Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and trippin' orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move rockin' on? Now who wanna move crossin' on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah we got 'em, yeah we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em, single bottle, never stop it. To the beast and know 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen, we gon' show the world.
What's up everybody? This is Ted Karras for the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cincy Hat, and you're watching Bengals and Brews.
Thank you, Ted Karras.
Yes, you are watching the Bengals and Brews. It's about as exciting right now as watching the actual Bengals with this enthusiasm we're all having.
And Dustin couldn't be here because he got turf toe.
You know what I got? Midwest Best Barbecue Sauce right here in my Chop Shop shirt. Proud sponsor of the show. Although this is very old sauce, but still, it's always good to look at.
You won't take a drink of that shit now, will you? Hell nah, man.
Absolutely no. But no, they are in the process of, they're still in the process of getting new bottles for sauce. So we're just waiting up. And until I get that, if I ever meet Corey again, I'll make sure my head's shaped and he can lick the sauce off my head.
Hey, Greg, do they bottle any wing sauce up there?
Not that I know of.
Man, they start doing that, bro. Gone.
Yeah, so I kind of put on the show to title the show. I mean, I guess we'll start with the fact we had a show Monday and then had a game Monday night. If you've been living under a rock, good for you because the Bengals got their ass kicked again. 28-3. I didn't even watch the second half. Like it was 21-3, but it felt over, and it was. Like, and that's sad. Like the offense is so bad that you just have no faith. Once they're even 14-3, it's like, I don't even think they can come back from this. Like, honestly, when they called that penalty on Ted Karras, we were up 3-0, close to midfield, would have gave us a first down. They called the penalty, we punted, they scored. I'm like, fuck, we're fucking done. I mean, it feels like we have to get a lead and we have to keep a lead early or shit just rolls downhill quick.
Yeah. Bro, and our offense is worse this year than our defense was last year.
We have like 400 more punting yards or something than offense.
Yeah, I mean, no, the stat that just got me the most, time of possession and all that. I think Cincy James tweeted this out. Like they had, what was it, Dale, more than a quarter or something time of possession than the Bengals did.
I mean, everyone is having more time of possession than us. We're getting beat in all facets. You know, we're giving up way too many sacks again. The line hasn't looked good, but also like. When Zach Taylor is not getting calls in, it looks like the defense is jumping off sides. They're getting such good jumps because they know there's 1 second on the play clock. The Bengals have to snap the ball or it's a delay of game. So they're timing the snap up so well. It's absolutely killing your tackles. Not saying they're playing good. They're having some mistakes on their own, but it's certainly not helping them in any way, shape, or form. Zach, just get the plays in quicker. Like, I mean, or give up play calling if you can't do it and say, Dan, it's all on you. You're directly communicating.
Well,
I can't do it.
What just gets me is Stephen A. Smith, as much as he annoys me, he says, with reference to Jake Browning, if you can't get the ball to Higgins, Jamar Chase, there's something wrong. I know he's not getting the most pressure and all that, but it goes along with what I said to you guys. He's trying to prove himself to get himself a big contract to free agency. If you're a team looking at him right now, what are you thinking?
No, he's not getting anything. And we still can like kind of tag him or whatever. Like, I don't know, not tag, but put exclusive rights on. I thought he would be a complete free agent, but he's not.
Okay.
Mile High Club is popping in here.
Oh yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got a whole row to myself. It's kind of nice. And noise canceling headphones. So
how many feet are we at?
What?
How many feet are we at?
I don't know, 30,000.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you're tuning in to Bengals and Brews live.
Yeah.
The Mile High Club. Dustin is banging a chick in the bathroom.
I wish that was the case. There's hardly anybody on this flight.
Yeah.
Sounds like it. Sounds pretty empty, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're California back to Utah, right?
Yeah, I had a company retreat. in California. It was in the Bay Area, so I saw all the 49ers fans last night.
You did.
I'd say they were happy.
How did
Yeah.
man? Look.
Do they want to give up on Mac Jones yet? I mean, that Purdy's coming back.
No, they love Mac Jones. They don't actually like Brock Purdy.
That's going to be.
They don't trust him. Yeah.
Well, luckily, by the time that Purdy's ready to come back, Mac Jones will be out anyway because he got his ass whooped last night. Like, he won, but man, that dude was getting killed.
Yeah, their right tackle stinks. He was just getting beat the whole game.
Feel that.
Yeah, so we were just kind of talking about, the game on Monday, lost 28-3, looked bad. I was talking about Zach is not helping the tackles by taking so long to get plays in. Yeah, there are also a lot of guys on the line are not playing great. Jalen Rivers had some rough moments. Mims gave up 2 sacks. One of them I once again kind of put on Zach Taylor because they just timed the snap up so well. They got Orlando and him because those ends were able to time the snap up perfectly. But
because they're getting the play in late, right?
For some of it. But Mims also still gets beat with inside counters, like just consistently. It's something he struggled with in college, and it's still an issue he has. I mean, if he can he's got really quick feet. If he can get your hands on you, he can get out there when they're not timing the jump. And I mean, he's pretty athletic for a tackle. I still got some faith in Mims being a player, but I mean, you want to see more improvement clearly the rest of the year because he's got another tough matchup this week. Aiden Hutchinson's lines up on his side, so he's going to have his hands full with Hutchinson, who's playing some fantastic football, has 4 sacks on the season. But, I mean, it's not all on Zach Taylor. It's not all on the O-line. There was plenty of times that Jake Browning had open receivers and couldn't get them the ball. Our run game, which goes back a little bit to the line, is just atrocious. It's not good. So some of that, once again, goes back to Zach because, I mean, you had Pollock, then you had another guy, then you had Pollock again, then, you just keep bringing in these O-line coaches, but we never have been real good at running the ball. So for me, I'm kind of like, man, and Zach's record without Burrow, like Burrow has made Zach. Zach doesn't, I mean, without Burrow, and I get it. When you don't have a Burrow, you're going to struggle. But you look at the 49ers, and I'm not saying Brock Purdy is clearly not Burrow, and Mac Jones is a decent backup. But, he is without Brandon Ayuk. He is without, who's the tight end? Kittle. Yeah. He's without, I don't even think Jennings is playing, their second wide receiver.
No,
the line isn't that good in San Francisco.
Right.
And they still look pretty good, pretty motivated against a good Rams team. And I think a lot of that is coaching. Now, the players have to have pride too. But, man, if you have no belief in the guy calling the plays in your offensive coach that he can scheme anything up that works, run game, pass game, anything that is effective, it has to be a little frustrating right now. And I just don't know how Zach Taylor can survive the season, even without Burrow, because unfortunately Burrow's been hurt 3 out of 6 years. So, like, at this point, you need a coach that can get wins if Burrow's not in there with the backup. Browning's been here a while, and, yeah, he got a few of them when Browning was here in 2023. But it looks bad right now, and his overall career without Burrow for Zach Taylor is atrocious. And he's supposed to be an offensive guru kind of guy, and I'm not seeing anything like that. So that's my thought on Zach Taylor, and I'm not giving Duke Tobin a pass. That man shouldn't have been here for 25 years. They need a fresh voice. They need an actual GM. They need to empower football people. They need a president of football operations. They need a GM. They need to let those people hire a head coach, let that head coach hire his entire staff, not pick and choose who's hired, who stays because you like this person. The family needs to stop meddling at the end of the day. So that's my thoughts on the whole situation. It's kind of been that way for a while, but you just try to put lipstick on a pig, and Joe is damn good-looking lipstick when he's playing.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I feel like my eyes are open. Like, this Joe Burrow is put blinders on me in my Bengal fandom. This is what I feel like. And then the blinders were lifted off of me. It's just how I feel. Like, I don't even feel like negative. I feel numb. Yeah. But when Joe Burrow left and Jake Browning coming in there and seeing what's going on, I mean, it's just so clear to me that Joe Burrow has been making up for the inefficiencies of Zach Taylor. The dude makes it happen. When you put a regular quarterback out there that can't make it happen like Joe, You see what happens, man. Fucking 48-10, 28-3. I think Jake Browning's only played 2 games. He's probably leading the NFL in sacks now. It's ridiculous. I can't believe that this is a fucking team sport, man. I understand the quarterback is the most important person on that team, right? But it's a team sport. It should matter. Like you should lose games if your star quarterback's not in there, sure. But not like fucking that. Not in that fashion. So it's disappointing. I feel disappointed. I'm so sad. I really am.
Yeah, it's just frustrating, right? Like, I'm not angry. I'm not mad. I can't do anything about it as just a fan of this team. But I can voice my frustration. That's all I can do. And I can say that, man, I'm just out on Zach. It's just my opinion is I don't think he's a very good coach. And I think Burrow has masked a lot of stuff. And, last year I was like, well, we had that stretch with Browning and maybe Zach, Burrow likes him and the offense is humming last year. So I was defending Zach a lot last year when we missed the playoffs. But it's hard to defend him right now with the way things have looked and the whole team looks uninspired. So that's where I'm at with it. Dustin, how about you?
7 years is a solid run in this profession.
It is.
And I don't know if this needs to be met with like malice. Like those that are supporters of Zach Taylor, we get a new coach, we start winning. You probably won't even think about Zach Taylor anymore.
I love the guy.
Those that don't
seems like a great family man.
Yeah, those that don't
great dude
support him. I understand that too. It is disappointing because I actually thought in those playoff runs that we actually outcoached a lot of those staffs, Andy Reid included. But as time goes on, you see players lose confidence, and we assume coaches don't. I think Zach Taylor's lost confidence too in himself. Like he might be able to talk about it and appear to be confident. And part of the NFL is fighting off adversity and putting on a straight face for everything. I mean, I was listening to a podcast from a scout and, you're mentioning Shanahan and Lynch, like how much injuries they've had the last 2 or 3 years. You literally have to approach things like it doesn't bother you, Some of the verbiage that he's used this year has a little bit concerned me in terms of like how desperate he already is. Like, I can kind of feel that. So to me, like, I feel like he feels like things are going in the wrong direction, which they are, and he might not have control on this team. I never had like a really strong duper opinion on like Zach in terms of like, I loved him or hated him. I'm kind of somewhere in between. I approach things like from a coaching perspective because every damn NFL team probably wants their coach fired. I mean, we can have this.
Oh yeah.
Week, but like after a while, it's like results, right? It's black.
Yeah, that's all that matters in the NFL.
That's all that matters. Yeah. And those that keep clamoring on to past successes, Doug Peterson got fired after he won a Super Bowl with the Eagles, like a couple years later, and there's not a lot of examples of coaches when things start trending in the wrong direction out of X amount of years where it actually turns around. And that's my concern too.
Yeah, I love Zach Taylor. Like in the playoffs, man, when he went and took those footballs to the local bars and stuff, that dude,
it was awesome.
That really struck a lot of people's hearts here in Cincinnati. But at the end of the day, man, come on, man. I just want to win a goddamn Super Bowl one fucking time. And we are the complete opposite end of trying to win a Super Bowl. What about you? What's your thoughts, Greg?
I mean, obviously,
you're a positivity, bro. Bring me back.
No, I never like to root for anybody to lose their job. I know you guys don't either or anything.
No, Zach, of course not.
Chop, like Chop, what you were just saying. Yeah, Zach, when he took that football to the bar, I met him first a while back in an event when hardly anybody show up, and he was awesome to there was like only like 10 or 15 people there. He said, what am I doing here? He shook hands with me and every other person there. Top of the line person Zach is. Unfortunately, it's been like what now, 3 or 4 years since we've been to the Super Bowl and all that. I mean, it's tough. It really is tough right now. I don't know what goes in the locker room right now. I know Joe's hurt, but at the same time, Jake Browning has proved to you 2 years ago that he can win you some games and all that. It just looks like right now, I just don't know what to think right now, man. I really don't. I mean, I'm going to love this team no matter what. I know you guys too. It's just, but I'd be lying to you guys if I said if I wasn't frustrated. This is it was embarrassing Monday night. I mean, Cincinnati sports in general. I'm never to play on ESPN ever again for Cincinnati sports. It's just like it's hard. But I get people. I get a lot of fans' frustration and all that. And we can only hope. I mean, the Lions game. Do I have much confidence? I'd be lying to you guys if I said
right. And we'll do over-unders and we'll preview that game. But we're going to start the show talking about the disaster from Monday. The week before, we had a disaster against Minnesota. And I think it's what most fans, and that's what we try to do on this podcast, not just our thoughts, but that is where my head is at. That I just think I think Zach isn't a guy to lead us anywhere.
I wish he was, because I love him so much.
Right.
I really do.
I think he has probably more positive things that he actually does. The players like playing for him. Mm-hmm. I've never actually seen quit in our players.
Well, we're fin to find out, aren't we? Because he's not getting fired in season. So that's the thing. Anything we talk about, kind of like with Lou last year, there's plenty of time to still change our minds, even as fans.
Yeah,
and Dusty, let me ask you guys this again. I mean, do you think Zach wanted to get rid of Lou, or do you guys think something the Bengals front office said, look, you got to make a change here and all that, or
is Greg cutting out, or is that me?
Yeah,
a little bit, but it wasn't bad. I can understand everything.
I know it was just a little choppy. It looks like he's freezing.
I think those decisions are collaborative. I think it's such a small group in this organization that you're not really doing anything on an island.
Well,
so
also the defense sucked really fucking bad for 2 years.
Well, Lou's defenses sucked for most of the time that he was here. I don't know, the love affair with him too. Good God, people,
he was the mad scientist, man. He took us from 27-0 or something, came back and won the AFC Championship. People love it. That's what I'm saying. We love these guys. I wish that it would fucking work. It's not working, and so football, as much as we love this man, it's a business, and so get the people in here, whether it's players, coaches, or whatever, that are going to be successful. I'm dreading the game on Sunday because I feel like the jungle's going to be striped orange, black, and a fucking Hawaiian blue. There's going to be a fuck ton of it there.
Oh, there'll be a lot of Detroit fans.
Detroit's not that far away, and I'll bet you the Bengals fans fucking fire sold their tickets, man. After 2 games.
Yeah.
So I've already looked in some of the games later this year. You could get tickets for $53.
Well, what's up? Surprisingly, on stuff I looked at myself, they're still expecting, like you said, a bunch of Lions fans are trying to get a hold of those tickets.
Greg, reboot your computer and come back. It's usually never like this, so that's the only reason I'm saying it's definitely freezing up on you.
Greg told me they're building a new Einstein bagel in Madeira, and it probably threw off his internet.
But going back to the game on Monday, it does show you how fickle the NFL is in terms of penalties on those opening drives, Ted lifting his head up, kind of thing. I actually thought the offensive line was okay to begin the game. I thought they were open.
Oh, yeah. They come off to a good start in the first couple series.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. It just weathering those storms is something that I actually thought the coaching staff was good at in the past, too. It kind of seems like when the momentum changes now, it starts to crater pretty quickly. So
Tina asked this. I want to get to it, not to cut you off, but you can continue and along with your thought. But was Zach or pitcher calling plays on Monday? Heard both. They collaborate, and that's why a lot of people think if Zach stops calling plays, it's a collaborative process on everything anyways. But what I would want is for him to completely give it over to pitcher on game day. They can collaborate all they want during the week, but clearly the timing and Zach deciding, if pitcher's up in the box, he's more clear-headed on what he wants to do play after play. Let him have direct communication with the quarterback. That's my thought. But it's collaborative. But Zach ultimately does call the plays. He's never given that up.
And, Burrow had trouble with the play. How many times we seen him, with his headphones like this, and the plays coming in, and it just doesn't get in.
Or he's going like this. He's going, hurry up, Zach.
Not just the Jake thing. So
I also think pitcher shouldn't be left off the hook on this because he implemented some of these changes last year with the 12 personnel, getting unique with eye candy and formations. The NFL, we know how it is. It catches up with you, right? So how are you reinventing yourself, pitcher? It kind of goes back to the Browning thing. Like everybody was clamoring on for 2 years ago when he had that run. Now the NFL has tape on him as well. So you constantly got to be looking at ways to utilize your players in the best way possible, you know? And I just don't think they've done a good job of that either this year specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And anything else on this past game that you guys want to talk about? Because I do want to get to the other game, but it's not just with that game, but in general, because we talked about Zach. I do think Duke Tobin, because a lot of people are like, well, what about Duke? What about Duke? You guys are always letting Duke off the hook.
Nope.
I think that we just consider him like a member of the family a little bit.
Tobin is just another way to pronounce Brown.
And that would be like Mike Brown firing Katie and Troy.
Or
like it just feels like one of those things that's just not going to happen. He would have to leave on his own. But I 100% think that you need new voices in there, and you need to empower them. You have to let the football people actually make the football decisions. Stop meddling in it as a family thinking you're smarter than everyone else. But I've said that for years. I know a lot of people, fans, feel the same way. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. That's why we do turn to more coach talk, because you will see coaches get fired.
Yeah.
You will typically see GMs get fired, but Duke don't even have that title. I think because they're just like, no, he's a member of the family.
Yeah, his title is.
But he is our GM. But he is Mike Brown's illegitimate son. He's bastard.
In Goodfellas, he's Henry Hill. He's Henry Hill. Goodfellas, like he's adopted by the family. You know what I mean?
You know.
So does anyone think that Duke should keep his job based on 25 years of history? I mean, when we're drafting in the top 5, yeah, it's okay. We've done okay in the top 5, but has he really been a good GM? And I know he's handcuffed a little bit no matter who takes the job with the front office, but I want to touch on Duke and let everyone just say their thoughts on that because it's part of the show topic.
I'll start off. I just say, I just want to win, man. And so whatever's going on down there ain't happening. And the fucking owners ain't going to fire themselves. So clean house on everybody else. Everybody else. Don't fucking leave one locker full. Empty all them goddamn lockers out and then restock them with new. Try something different. It's not working. That's where I'm at on it. Like,
it's also like philosophy, right? Like the Bengals are clear they like to build through their quarterback and wide receivers, right?
Yeah.
That does represent like an exciting brand of football mostly.
Not this year.
Yeah, when we
I know.
We're in the NFL in which it is kind of swinging back the way. Like building an offensive line is damn near impossible in the NFL these days. Like you got to find other ways to win. So I almost think like there needs to be a shift in philosophy. Like whatever, fire whoever. But if like we don't start to as an organization to really focus in on the inside out, we're going to have glimpses of greatness because that's just kind of how that goes when you got high-end talent on the outside that can make plays, but it's not sustainable. So we really need to kind of think about the philosophy of the organization. You can put anybody in there, any GM, any scout, but unless that changes, we're going to face the same challenges moving forward. And
also, they need Dale's draft guide. This draft.
And
badly.
The irony of it is prior to 2015-ish, like we actually were pretty good at drafting and developing offensive linemen. You know, it's like we had like one bad draft with Cedric Ogbuehi and Fisher, and it's just been kind of downhill since then. And then, you know, like organizationally speaking, you look at the performance of the line, running games since Zach's taken over. It's kind of like split dual responsibility there where, yeah, maybe some draft picks we missed on, but then also like, what are we doing from a schematic standpoint as well to just keep having these poor results?
Yeah. By the way, do I sound better?
Yeah.
You're good.
All right, cool. Yeah. No, I mean,
beautiful ass, bald, badass.
Yeah. Well, you know, like I say, I just, Duke, you know, like you said it, Chop, he's Henry Hill pretty much and all that. I'd like to get his son in here who's an assistant for the Eagles. Also, hopefully we can get him to come in here and say, this is what we did in Philly and all that and stuff. But, you know, I don't know. Like I say, Duke's had some great draft. At one point, I thought Duke was like probably even though he wasn't labeled as general manager, he pretty much is. I thought at one point, like Dustin, you were saying those years we had, I thought he was literally the best general manager in the league. Literally, with what he had to work with, he was great drafting. The drafting last couple of years, we've just been, Chop, man. I know that Chop. I think we need to hire you as our draft expert because that linebacker you like so much for the Browns is kicking ass right now. You wanted Mason Graham so badly. Yeah, Schweizinger, and you wanted to trade up to get Mason Graham, who's kicking ass right now. So, Chop, man, I think.
And Jihad Campbell's doing great, too.
Exactly. So, Chop, man, I think I thought about this. Like, I think Chop needs to be.
Dale's draft guy combined with my superior fucking football mind, man. Let's go, Dale. Let's just go down there and take over. We'll go ahead and give them some service for free.
I'm in, man. I'm in.
Yeah. Also, the irony of this whole thing is they actually did a lot of moves that Bengals fans wanted this offseason.
True, they did.
They did. They really did.
That's why you never know in the NFL.
I don't think we're devoid of talent. That's why I hate to keep harping on the same thing, but I go back to the offense looks just broken. And who is running the offense? And I'll put pitcher in with it too, but Zach Taylor.
Yeah. I
mean, that's just why I go back there. You know what I mean? I don't think we're devoid of talent. I really, really don't.
Normally, it's not a good idea for coaches to call the plays and all that, with the exception of Andy Reid and Sean McVay. I know I don't know what other coaches.
Shanahan too.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, normally, but is Taylor up there? Like at one point, we thought he was, but I don't know, man. Well, like then I remember when Callahan was OC here, he said he let Callahan call plays at times. So. I don't know if Zach has full reign. I don't know how that goes. I don't know how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm to the point where I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Throw them in the same blender, pitcher and him. I'm kind of tired of having that damn conversation because it's the same. Again, it's all about philosophy. Like honestly, like most NFL teams run the damn same plays.
Yeah,
it's like how you utilize people. It's how you disguise. It's understanding the momentum of the game, that sort of thing. Like, what was it? That first drive, like, go for the points, man. Like, like 4th and 2, you're in the road. Like, the NFL, 3 points is not going to really do a lot for you. So it's like, situationally speaking, I think he's not really great at that either.
Well, NFL in general, this is NFL in general. I'm asking here, did NFL just set the record for most injuries? Like. They were interviewing John Gruden. I think I probably brought this up on the show last time, but John Gruden said the way they limit training camps so no injuries happen, he says that's a mistake right there because you need players to practice more to get ready for the season. So I don't know what to say, but the injury bug left and right. Every single day I get updates, every like 5 or 10 minutes that someone's out for 6 to 8 weeks or 3 months or whatever.
I mean, someone would have to do a study to know that, but there is injuries every year. That is just part of it.
Yeah. And
good coaches can overcome it. Like we just saw last night with the 49ers and all the talent they're missing. And now they're 4-1 on the season. They don't have Bosa either. Kittle, Bosa.
Yeah. You could
starting quarterback, 3 receivers, their tight end.
But you can overcome it in a vacuum for sure. San Francisco put on a good performance last night, but those injuries are going to catch up. Like, you know what I mean? Over time.
Yeah, but I mean, we look atrocious right now because of one injury.
Yeah.
I was saying, man, like it's a team sport, but it shouldn't matter. Even though it's a quarterback, shouldn't matter this bad.
Well, I want to move here. I've had this comment up. Chris Crowley. The problem is if they fire Zach, who are they going to hire? You're not going to get a Harbaugh or people like that because they don't pay. They're not going to get a hot upcoming coordinator.
No.
They like Zach Taylor was way down on a lot of lists when he got hired because he hadn't proven anything. He hadn't called plays anywhere except Cincinnati for one season, and it was one of the worst seasons Cincinnati ever had on offense.
They actually paid Al Golden a lot of money to come to Cincinnati.
I'm sure that if Zach's out, your new head coach is either his name Dan Pitcher or Al Golden. That's what they do, man. They just
I could definitely see Al, but
I know there are also hires for that.
I want to go here with this conversation because Dustin, you kind of mentioned it, and then the more I looked into it, I was like, you're kind of right because a lot of people are throwing out Todd Bowles, defense coordinator, previously head coach before He's a damn good defense coordinator. Defense coordinator with the Vikings, right?
Now you're thinking of Flores.
Okay, there's Flores, there's Bolt, there's all these motherfuckers. All right, there's a bunch of them.
Motherfuckers.
All these defense coordinators, I hear a lot of these names being tossed out. And it's like, okay, I'm not opposed to that. Just something different.
Yeah.
Vance Joseph's another one that's been here. That was a head coach. That was a defensive guy. But Dustin brought up a good point about, like, most of the teams that win the Super Bowl still have offensive coaches. And then, I was looking, you pair it with you have to have a really good D coordinator. Maybe Al Golden is that. I don't know. We need to still evaluate the rest of the season. When your offense is so bad, it's making it hard to evaluate Al Golden and the entire defense. It just is. Because the offense is atrocious.
Yeah.
But so like Sirianni, offensive guy. They got a great D coordinator. Reed, offensive guy. McVay, offensive guy. All these recent Super Bowl winners have an offensive guy with a pretty good defense coordinator to pair with it.
Well, those D coordinators.
And it's like, we have Zach Taylor, but I don't think he's that offensive guy like these other guys we're talking about.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go back. Some of those defense coordinators they had, like I'll give who was the one defensive coordinator McVay had, the guy from the Cowboys and all that. Oh crap! What was his name?
He had Wade Phillips for a minute.
Wade Phillips, yeah. And Vic. What's the D coordinator's name for the
Vic Fangio?
Vic Fangio. He was a head coach. These are older experience. The thing with Al Golden, I know he coached college, but these were big time veteran defensive coordinator veterans right there, pretty much. Like, Lou Anarumo really wasn't that guy. I know Al Golden has some type of experience. He's been around a while, but those guys you just mentioned are well-experienced guys that were head coaches at one point in the NFL, but they were always well-respected D coordinators.
Yeah, the reason what Dale's talking about, I brought it limits your ceiling. I feel like I'm all out on having a defensive coordinator be my head coach. Like, if you want to get to the playoffs every year, like Tomlin, and lose in the first round, go get your defensive coordinator.
No,
I don't want that. I want to be pushing it. And it's like a philosophy for defensive coordinators. They get really conservative, in tight games and stuff like that. They view the game completely different,
But yeah, is there any, and that's the thing, like, there's no just offensive guy off the top of my head. Like, I toss out like a Dan Lanning. I don't even know if he's an offensive guy. I just like his intensity. But, like, just because of the Dan Campbell who's coming to town this week, I don't have a bunch of names that would fill that role. But even if I did, it wouldn't do me any good to have a list of 5 to 10 names, because they would never go after those 5 to 10 names at the top of my list.
He's
a just don't do it.
He was Georgia's DC from 2017, 2021, Dale.
Is it one of those names I see people throwing out? Ed O.
No.
I think it's more of a joke.
Yeah, it was a joke, Chop.
I've seen it from more than you, though. I've saw it on Twitter. Like, somebody was talking about Ed O wants to come back to coaching. And I'm like,
I saw Drew Garrison pointed this out. This actually would make sense. What about the Michigan D coordinator? Right?
Well, there you go. That's D coordinator. I'm with them. Hey,
Wink Martindale?
Offensive mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Dustin, he said this one to me. Do you toss a bag to Ryan Day?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. It sounds crazy. And Buckeye fans want to run him out of town last year.
Give me Brian Hartline. Dale.
No.
Come on, man.
Dustin's not going to agree with that one.
Offensive guy. I would love to have Brian Hartline as my head
I'm not
coach.
a Brian Hartline.
I mean, this is his first year even calling plays in college.
And I don't even know.
I don't give a shit, Dale.
I don't even know if he's really.
He's respected. I would do it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
No. T-Brookie. It's just conversation. It was asked, so we're going to answer and talk about it.
Yeah.
But and the Bengals are not firing Zach until next year, if at all. We said the same thing, and we're talking about next year. We're not talking about this year. Yeah, we're talking about potential hires because the question was asked to us, and we're trying to, have a conversation.
Well, I think it aligns with like the energy that's out there. We probably won't even talk about a Zach firing until the end of the year. If we keep losing, we don't need to have this conversation every week. I just think it's is fitting for right now because we have not looked like an NFL team the last 2
Right.
weeks. You know,
It's just a conversation, guys. Listen, I'm not. I am literally. I pray to God that we turn things around and pull an upset versus the Lions this week, and we're 3-2. Because as much as I love the draft, I don't want to talk about the draft 12 months of the year on here. You know, I'm still doing the draft. I'm doing that, but I want to talk about the actual Bengals product on the field when we have games to watch. You know what I mean? Yes. So I hope we win because at some point you're just losing. You're out of playoff contention, or you know you're going to be out of playoff contention. Right now we're still 2-2. But the way we've looked for 2 weeks, we'd be lying to ourselves if we said this looks like a playoff team. At 2-2, you're still 2-2. Did you watch the last 2 weeks? It was awful. I mean, 2 beatdowns back to back. One of them being in prime time, coming off your worst defeat in franchise history. So the fact that you got beat 28-3 on Monday night after your worst loss in franchise history, that's what we have to judge on recent history is the past 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. That tells us we could be in for a long season and that these conversations will be on the table. So we're introducing them now. We'll dive into them deeper later. But is there anything else you guys want to talk about there before we roll into over-unders and the Lions game specifically? Because then we're just talking how we think they perform. I'm sure we'll still be like, well, fuck.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, I've noticed Jake Browning, he likes to throw near the sideline a lot of times. Maybe I'm wrong, Dale. You watch Dale, Dustin, Machop, you probably guys watch better than I do at times, but I just felt like he was trying to throw these near sideline passes. Like, throw it down the middle, dude. Take chances down the middle, man, more often.
Last game felt like they had really tried to, since they had 5 turnovers, those 5 turnovers against Minnesota was not all on him. And if they remember the Jacksonville game, and they should, they're the coaches, he had 3 interceptions. He still led the team to a win. Throwing over the middle and doing these things is going to lead to some interceptions. But if you handcuff a guy, if you chop a guy's balls off, how's he supposed to teabag somebody? That's all I'm saying.
I'm just like Greg said with Stephen A., if that's who he was referencing, that you got fucking Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. That's the big thing. Everybody was like, Joe Burrow's not that good. He's got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins to throw to. Anybody could do it. So, like, and also to your point, Dale, chuck the fucking ball down the field. You got 2 of the best wide receivers in the NFL, and you just have to rely on them to make the play. And I'm telling you, I can see it in Jamar Chase at least, because I haven't seen with the interviews with T, but Jamar Chase wants that. He wants you to throw him the ball. Oh, there's 4 guys on me. Throw me the ball, and let him make a play.
And Jamar also had a team meeting. He said, look, I need to stand up more. He says, we need to be pissed. We want to go in pissed and all that and stuff. Just go in pissed off as hell. Just to take no prisoners. Just go in pissed.
I need to stop watching Chase Brown run into the back of his offensive lineman. Good God. He's probably empty yardage on the field. There's probably been 4 explosive play opportunities in the run game that he's missed. So, I mean, like, nobody's playing good.
No, and that's the thing. Nobody's playing. There's so much blame to go around. And that's the thing. When we talk about the code, that's a topic of conversation. Because we talk about the players all the time. Who's playing bad, who's playing good. And it's a lot more bad. We're trying to mix up the conversation on here. But let's get into the players. Let's get in specifically to the offense here. Then we'll talk some key matchups if we have time, some things like that. But we'll jump right into over-unders, talk about quarterback play. And the quarterback matchup this week is Jake Browning and Jared Goff. And Jared Goff, man, Greg has been a believer. I have not. Kind of a believer. Of course, Jared Goff is in one of the best situations possible with Amon-Ra St. Brown, the 2-headed monster with Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, Sam Laporta at tight end. One of the best offensive lines in the NFL. They had a center retire. It don't matter. They left tackle, they got the right tackle. They draft Tate Ratledge, who we all like. They picked up Christian Mahogany, who's their starting left guard. Oh, that was the guy that fell to the 6th round. I had a 3rd-round grade on him. I don't know. Probably would have taken a flyer on that guy, and he's playing pretty good football. But yeah, Detroit, really good offense, really explosive. But we have Jake Browning. I believe in Jake. No, I don't.
Right.
I don't have any belief in Jake Browning right now. I hope that he has a good game. Otherwise, this is going to get ugly. Detroit's offense is too explosive that if we are atrocious on offense, we have any shot to win this game. Jake Browning's over-under is 214.5. I'm going to go under. I've seen nothing in the last 2 weeks to make me go over. I'm going under, but I could see, like, hey, if you're in it a little early and they're just taking the handcuffs off Jake and he's throwing some effort balls, that guys like Chase and Higgins do make plays. Those are guys that, have some explosives like we saw against Jacksonville. And maybe the numbers are better and it goes over. But for right now, based off what I'm seeing, I'm taking the under on Jake Browning at 214.5. Hell, I think he'll be under 200. So that's where I'm at with it. Chop, how about you?
Man, I'm just taking the under. Like, I'm frustrated. I'm not feeling good. Plus, I watched the last 2 games from the beginning to the end, Dale, and I'm taking.
I've gone black. I've gone back. I've gone black. I haven't gone black.
No,
I have gone back and clipped things up to watch it, but when Monday night, I was like, I just can't watch this. I'm not in the mental space. Sorry, Chop. Go ahead.
No, it's terrible, man. So, I got absolutely no faith that, if you're listening, Jake, man, I do love you, but I just prove me wrong. Like you said, Dale, I'll take the under 200.
Dustin?
I mean,
Greg, are you shaving your head in the background? We can hear the razor.
Yes.
Oh
I felt hair in the back of my head, so I had to get it.
Oh my!
Got to get them follicles off.
Yeah. I didn't know you could hear it. Sorry, Dale.
No worries.
I'm gonna go the over for golf. I actually think we'll probably really focus in on stopping the run game for the Lions and stacking the box. So that's probably gonna present some opportunities. I mean, the secondary, I don't know, man. I don't know where you guys are with those dudes, but that was a concern of mine going into the season. Jake Browning, I'll go over as well. Interesting. I feel like the Lions is probably they're a good defense. It's probably the easiest defense we played this year, though. Maybe we catch a little bit of
Terran Arnold has struggled for them at corner.
Oh yeah. He's not been good. I was never high on him, anyways, coming out of the draft. But
I liked him, but he struggled. I mean, he just has.
Yeah, he's handsy. But yeah, I think there's an ability to actually attack their secondary. Brian Branch is not playing as good as he once was, So I think there's definitely opportunities. So if anything, maybe we'll get a fun, exciting, high-scoring game.
But no, for Jake Browning, I'm going under as well. I just don't see any reason to go over.
Yeah, and Jared Goff is at 227.5. I think, Dustin, you already said over, right?
Yeah.
I'll say over. I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown's playing really good. Jameson Williams, and then Sam Laporta, they're going to hit some shots over the middle for him for big chunks. They can get it to Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. That's an explosive offense playing some really good football right now. I'm going to say over. I think he goes over 300, let alone 227. That's where I'm at with it.
He's going to go over 400. The way our defense has been playing, and the offense just gives them the ball. The defense can be so tired. Times the offense will give you the ball. As of right now, I expect Jared Goff to go over 400 yards.
The fucking sky is falling. Greg, positive. Look what the Bengals have done to positive Greg.
No. I never said we were going to lose, Job. I said we could still win. Hey, Brady threw for over 500 yards against the Eagles in the Super Bowl and still lost the game.
Mike Brown is killing you. I also feel like Jared Goff is taking the over. And I'm telling you, just because it's 100% because I'm in a funk over this whole goddamn team. You'll see it as we do these over and unders.
I know. Over-unders this week are it's an explosive offense for them, and our offense is struggling. So I know, but I'm going to try to give my honest opinion, too.
Our offense would struggle against fucking UC.
Yeah, like I say, Chop, you could still throw for 500 yards and still lose the game, bud. But, yeah, we'll see.
All right, we will move on. Let me go back to the other screen to pop those up. And we will have rushing yards. So first up is Jahmyr Gibbs, 75.5. I'm going to go over. He's really damn good. I don't know what he's averaging, but I know he's averaging like 4.7 yards per carry. And they have two guys, so it kind of takes away. And actually, you know what? I'm changing my mind on this one. I'm going under on Jahmyr Gibbs. Under on Gibbs. I think maybe he has 30 or 40 receiving yards. He might be in the receiving when we get there. But rushing-wise, I could see him getting 60 with a touchdown or so. But this guy can break off long runs. He's explosive. He has some of the best feet, some of the best juke moves in football. But I'm still going to say under, and part of that's because the next guy, David Montgomery, but we'll get there in a second. So I'm going to say under for Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, Dan, I'm going to say under 10. I'll give you my reason why when we get to the next player and all that and stuff, but I'll give you my reason why after.
Yeah, it's the same as mine.
Yeah, okay.
Montgomery's from Cincinnati.
Yep.
His sister, his first game she's watched of his since since she was in a bad car wreck and is paralyzed. He was on the Kay Adams show talking about that. So, yeah, I think he's very motivated to have a big game, and I know how Dan Campbell is. He's liable to give him the ball. I also put in a Cincy Jungle article today that I think DJ Reader might come in a jumbo package and get a rushing touchdown because he played in Cincinnati. I could see that happening too. But back to Jahmyr Gibbs. Chop.
Man, well, I agree with you on this one. At least I think it's going to be the under on Jahmyr. I mean, it's going to be the over on Jahmyr Gibbs. Did you pick the under?
Yeah, I ultimately went with the under, but it's only because I think Montgomery may get a bigger chunk this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my theme for the for the over unders. It's going to be once again Jahmyr Gibbs. I think he's going to get the over. I'm just at the point where I just need. I mean, this is going to be a thing almost every time that we do this. My rationale is going to be like, I just need them to show me that there's a spark, that there's something. I hope we go down there on Sunday and we get one of those every squirrel gets a nut kind of games, and we beat the fucking Lions. But until that happens, man, you got to show me. And until you can show me that you can stop the run, Jahmyr Gibbs is going over fucking 75 yards for that game.
And Lamar Jackson officially ruled out for Sunday, FYI. Thank you, GC3.
That injury wasn't really fake. I thought maybe he was just being a bitch.
Or maybe he's still faking to try to say it's not fake. Like he's I got to miss the game.
What's your about Myles Garrett? He was out most of the week. Everybody, the team's like, oh, he's not playing. Then he shows up Friday once again.
I'd keep an eye on the relationship between Lamar and maybe not so much Harbaugh, but their offensive coordinator. I think they're at odds right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Is that Arthur? Who do they have? It's not Arthur.
Todd Monken, right?
Pittsburgh.
Is it Todd Monken?
No.
Monken's still there?
Well, he's the dude that, they replaced, what's his name that's in San Diego now, or LA Chargers. God.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll get back to over-unders. Gibbs, Dustin?
I'm going to go under on Gibbs, over on Montgomery. I'll go over on Chase, and then under on Browning.
All right. Dustin just firing his off.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
he's like, you guys can talk about it. He's not a big over-under guy. I get it. It's fine.
I need to just remember back to them. I need to start taking notes to see where I landed on them.
Yeah. Greg also went under. So, and then we said the over-under is 52.5 for David Montgomery. Me and Greg both said over. Dustin said over, and we'll toss it to Chop. But I kind of mentioned why being back in Cincinnati. I think he could have a good 70, 80-yard game with a touchdown or two. Hands the ball to a sister in the stands. They're just having a great old time in Detroit. And it'll be a nice thing. I'm not shitting on it, but it just sucks that's where we're at already.
Do it in our house.
Yes.
That's what sucks. They're going to do it at our house. Fuck it.
So you're going over, Chop?
Yeah, I'm going over, man. And I'd love to say it was because he's a Cincinnati boy and welcome home, brah. But that ain't the reason. It's because, once again, pork chop frustration with the team.
That's fair. I do think he could score twice as well, Taylor. Chase Brown over under 52.5. I got to keep going under until he shows me something. Yeah, Yeah, just he's as Dustin talked about, he's not hitting holes. The scheme to block for him is not good. There's not a lot of holes, but when there's lanes, he's not finding them. He's not making the big play we got accustomed to seeing out of him the last couple of years. So I'm going under. Greg?
You know what? I'm gonna go with a big surprise here. I just got this feeling, man. I'm gonna go over. I just have this feeling. Not crazy over, but I think he's gonna go over.
I don't have that feeling. I'm gonna go under. I feel like Chase Brown did better than his 0.3 fucking yards that he got with the Vikings. But I mean, it still didn't look good. We didn't have a passing game. We didn't have a running game. We didn't have any game. So, I mean, prove it to me. I like you. Like, you're one of the only things from Canada that I love. So let's go.
And then Jake Browning over under 9.5. I don't care. I'll say under. I don't care. Quick thoughts on that before we move on to receiving. Greg, Chop.
IBC.
Yeah, don't care. We don't care. Greg?
Play the game and hopefully we
dude, I can't be too nice right here. I know it's not a lot, but he's gonna go under.
All right, under on the Browning. Let's get into some of the receiving. Jamar Chase, 63.5. Good Lord, I don't know. I'll go over because it's Jamar Chase, right? And he's pissed off and he's angry. And I think we need more passion and fire from everybody on the team.
Dale, you just reached down my mouth and took the words right out of it. Absolutely, right there.
So I'm going over. So you're going over too, Greg?
Yep.
I'm not going over with Jamar Chase. I'm going under. Like, he's not even getting the fucking ball. Like, they got to throw him the fucking ball to go over, and they're not throwing him the ball. So it's not a Jamar Chase thing. It's a whole fucking offense thing. Jamar Chase, like he said, they asked him. He said, we can't throw ourselves the ball. So under.
All right, Dustin, Jamar Chase, 63.5.
I'll go over.
Because he's Jamar Chase. Amon-Ra St. Brown, over under 69.5. Nice, 69. I hope it's over because if we're going to get beat, my fantasy team might as well do well, and DK Metcalf is on a bye week. So I'll say over. I hope he has 100 yards and 2 touchdowns if we're going to lose anyways. Maybe it'll go under, and we'll actually play good. But St. Brown, probably the best slot receiver in the NFL. I'll go over. Greg?
Yeah, I'm going to go over. I did say Goff's got a lot of passing yards. St. Brown's his guy, so I'm going to go way over for St. Brown.
Yeah, I kind of fell in love with the guy, man, in that wide receiver show, and he's a good dude. And fortunately for him, I don't know. Our defense isn't that bad, right?
I think we still don't know on our defense, honestly.
St. Brown is still going to go over. It doesn't matter. I still think he's going to get his 69 yards and a half, 70.
Dustin, any thoughts on that?
This is going to be the funnest matchup to watch this game to see how much.
I agree. I wrote about it. Dax Hill, St. Brown.
Yeah. So I'm going to go under. Hill puts the clamps on him.
I like it. I mean, I like because Dax has played well, and if they're just like Dax, you are the St. Brown stopper, and he has a good game. I would love to see that because Dax has played well.
Yeah.
All right, T. Higgins, 46.5. I want to say over again. I know I said Jamar. I know I put the under on Browning. And he might not have 200, but I can see Jamar getting 70, and I can see T getting 50 or 60. Because Browning just says, you know what? I'm going to throw to these guys we're paying. Fuck it. I'm going to let them make plays. So they make some plays. We still don't have a great offensive performance. But T. Higgins goes over 46.5, gets 50, 55, maybe 1 touchdown. You know, and I could see him getting this on 2 fuck it balls because he was looking good against Denver early on. Yeah. And even the one where we had a penalty on Mims that called back the big one. But T. Higgins looked pretty good last week. I hope he builds on it. And if he gets matched up with Terry and Arnold, I could see Higgins having a pretty good game against Terry and Arnold. So I'm going to take the over.
Under.
Yeah, I'm going to go. It's pretty low. I'm going to go barely over. I don't know why. I'm just going to be I'm going to get my positivity back here a little bit. This is where Chop says, Greg, you're a fool.
No, I don't say that. I just, man. I don't, I'm numb.
Yeah,
Under.
I get it. I get it. So we'll fire through these. I don't, we don't
Under. I mean,
go
like
in
it's
too
just
much
the same
depth
reason.
about it.
Chop,
Yeah.
you're numb. There's a pill for that.
I got him. I got a whole drawer
He's
full.
got it. Oh yeah, he's got him.
Yeah, bro. Don't worry.
There you go.
Yeah.
If the
Hopefully
bets
I'm
are rocking, don't come a knocking.
Hey, hopefully I take one tonight.
There you go, bro.
I just got to warn everybody though. On a side note, them fucking they're chewable, and you think they taste all minty? It's horrid. The taste they make you work for it, but 100% work great.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Dustin, your thoughts on T. Higgins 46.5?
We'll go over on that too. I feel like we can attack their secondary. You know, we'll see if Browning can get on the ball, but I'm, somewhat optimistic.
And Jamison Williams, 49.5 over under. He's the deep threat, and they like to toss those and give shots, and I think they'll get one at some point. He might have 2 catches, but I think he'd go over 49.5 with 2 catches in the game. Like, I just think they'll take shots and they'll hit at least one of them for a 40, 50-yard gain on its own. So I'm going over on Jamison Williams.
Yeah.
Chop. All right, Greg's back. So
No, sorry, I had to put something in the freezer. Yeah, I'm gonna go over barely.
All right, Chop.
I'm going over.
Over. All right, Dustin.
I'm going to go over. He's going to get that over on 1 catch.
Yeah, that's
the order.
Yeah, we're kind of on the same page on that. I can see him hitting a long one for a touchdown too. Like you said, a 50, 60-yarder, deep bomb, just goes right past our safeties, because corner looks bad. Stan Laporta.
I could see this being a game that we get up and it just kind of falls apart in the second half.
Even when the Bengals have the best, do they not know how we are against tight ends and all that? Even like the cruddiest tight ends in the league. I mean, this is an insult to Sam Laporta right here. This is a definite over.
Yeah, 38.5 is the over-under. Greg is going over on Sam Laporta. I will go over as well. I mean, I just think the Lions have a really good offense. I think they hit him over the middle for 20-yard chunks all the time. And I think they'll get a couple of those. He'll have a couple short catches, maybe something in the red zone. I could see him having 4 catches, 50, 60 yards in this game. So I'm going over on 38.5. Chop.
Well, I got to tell you, Sam Laporta is going to help me fucking beat Ezekiel Davis's ass because he's on the fantasy team. Derek, you're fucking going down, brah. Karen Williams put it on you last night, and Sam Laporta. At least that's the one thing I'll get to see on Sunday that I'll be happy about is Sam Laporta helping me win my fantasy with his over.
There you go. Dustin, thoughts on Laporta?
He'll go over, but have we actually somewhat turned the tide on covering tight ends this year? I don't think anybody's went off on us, if I remember.
Yeah, but Dustin, history's not good with us with tight ends. But I get what you're saying. David Njoku and Errol Fannin didn't.
I was about to say Fannin was pretty good.
He was a
But they use him. They use him pretty well. But I think the Lions use Laporta pretty well. You know what I mean?
I would say though, like most top end tight ends in the NFL, they're like really just hard to stop.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, but yeah, over for him for sure.
Yeah, and then Gibbs, I went under on the rushing. It's 26.5 for receiving. I said he could have 30 or 40 in the receiving game, so that's why I'm going with the over. I think they hit him out of the backfield, and he's just special, man. He makes guys miss in the open field, makes them look silly. And damn good player, man. Gibbs train, choo-choo. But he's a Detroit Lion now, so it hurts. But, yeah, I'm going over on Gibbs. Greg?
Yeah, because I like you said, Dale, he's going to get more receiving yards. Yeah, I think I could see him get like 40 receiving yards right there. So I'm going to go over on Gibbs.
He's got 79 for the season through 4 games. Is I believe the number because he was part of the article I wrote earlier as well. So it's not like, I mean, that's a good number. Like he hasn't really been hitting that average, to be fair.
20 a game is the average then.
Yeah.
Around there, a little bit less
Yep.
than 20 a game.
Yep. Right under 20.
Man, I really just I want to go against my feeling on some of them, but I can see Jahmyr Gibbs getting over 26 yards. Plus, what was his over for the
75?
75, so like 100 something all-purpose yards. You still got David Montgomery in there. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with the under, and the reason is because I think I'm gonna take the under, and I just think it's because I think Jahmyr Gibbs is gonna get a lot of yards, but I think it's gonna run it. I don't think they're gonna pass it to him as much, and I think the second half of the fucking game, it's gonna be a goddamn David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs show.
Yeah, and they stick to that running game no matter the situation, and and then they pop one. They're just good. They've got the plan for the run game, and it's fun. It's fun to watch, but not when they're playing the Bengals.
Your team.
Yes, exactly.
Playing the Bengals.
Dustin,
man, getting all kinds of turbulence on this plane right now. Fucking. We're supposed to get.
Damn it, it's Duke Tobin's fucking you.
We're supposed to get 2 feet of snow in Utah tomorrow.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Damn, almost.
We got 80, it's 80 degrees here.
It's gonna be almost 90 at the fucking game.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. We're starting to get fall. The leaves are changing color. I sent you guys that video, but I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I love winter. I'm ready to snowboard.
I don't, Dustin. I have to plow snow, so I'm glad I'm not in Utah.
Yeah.
You can plow dust and snow.
Well, Greg, it doesn't snow a lot in the valley where I actually live. It just snows a lot in the mountains. So if you lived in the mountains, yeah, you'd be plowing tons of snow. Over 1,000 inches a year.
Yeah, and then don't get me started on that.
Yeah. Yeah, what's been interesting about the Lions this year? They actually have not thrown to their backs like a lot, like they have in the past.
Right.
So I'm gonna actually just go under.
Yeah.
For this. I don't know.
I just think he breaks 1 or 2 for 30, 40, like explosive play. And I had him over on the run. But I agree. Like they just will still hand it off. Like it could be 3rd and 5 and they will just hand it off. Like that's what they do. Chase Brown over under 15.5 receiving. I went under on his rushing, but I do think he'll go over on the 15.5 for receiving.
I'm gonna agree with you on. Sorry, I think Greg was supposed to go next, but
no, it don't matter. It's fine.
I don't care
on Chase Brown because I think that maybe Jake just dumps it off to him a couple times, and maybe Chase makes someone miss it once or something with a throw, one of them fucking screen passes or something. So I do agree that he could possibly go over. I'll take the over on him. Look at me. I'm a bright spot.
Yeah, you know what? I got this feeling, and I don't know what the hell it is, but
I got a feeling.
Tonight's going to be a good night. Okay, I'm going to go over.
All right, that was the mouth dancing segment. Got it in. So you went over, Dustin?
Yeah, over.
All right, we'll move on now to the final round.
Ding, ding.
The Lions are 10.5 favorites in the jungle. Probably going to have a lot of fans in the jungle. The over-under is 48.5. They might score that on their own. I'm definitely hammering the over.
Oh, yeah. That's an over-rater.
You're right. The over, come on.
I think I'm gonna go with what Dustin said. I think we maybe keep it close. Maybe we're winning at halftime and it falls apart in the second half, but we get a late touchdown. So like we kind of get our ass beat in the second half, but we had a lead at halftime. So we still cover. We lose by 10. And it's like 34-24. Detroit beats the Bengals on Sunday. That's where I'm at. 34-24. Detroit over the Bengals. Take the over. We cover, but man, you're sweating it out because we scored a late touchdown because we were getting our ass kicked in the second half. And they actually went up 17.
Ugh.
But we cover because we scored a late touchdown. That's where I'm at with it. That's the whole vision.
Boy, how the mighty have fallen, boys.
Yeah.
When's the last time we've had a 10.5 spread?
It's not when Burrow fucking plays.
Yeah. I think the Lions cover slightly. I do think there is a moment in the game where it's just their consistent ability to run the ball takes over, and then kind of salts the lead away at that point. Definitely over on the.
Yeah, we could do a turnover, like a pick six, or
We're gonna need something like that, you know.
You see that too.
Yeah.
The Lions are going to score first. They're going to score often, and 48-10.
Yeah.
48-10. The Lions.
Shout out to D Knight last week though. That was a pretty sweet interception he made. So just pulling out some positive, you know.
I thought he had a solid game. I mean, he got dumped on his ass by Sutton. People were like, "Why didn't you clip that?" I'm like, "Why don't you eat it? Why don't you go fuck off?" Like, I'm clipping up highlights of the defensive player. I'm not doing 80 fucking clips of every defensive player. Eat my ass.
Dale. Bengals made following roster moves. Acquired DT Jordan Jefferson off waivers from San Francisco. Second player to have Louisiana State University, originally with Jacksonville.
He was just on our practice squad.
And we waived Howard Cross.
Oh, wow.
That's a shocker, to be honest.
Well, he hasn't played. Honestly, that's just a weird move. So we picked up Jordan Jefferson, had him on the practice squad. The 49ers literally picked him up yesterday and signed him to their 53.
Right.
Now they released him, or whatever. They picked him up 2 days, whatever it was. Now they released him. So we signed him to our 53 to get him back. That just seems like a fucking dick swinging contest there. Like, we want the guy back. He's not probably going to play any meaningful snaps. And they're going to hope that no one picks up Howard Cross. Who the fuck knows? Whatever. Jefferson was, like a third, fourth round pick, whatever. He was one of the guys that we picked up from the Jaguars along with that offensive lineman after that we signed to the practice squad after they were cut right at cut down day this year. It was like 2 fourth-round picks cut. We picked them both up.
You know, I will applaud the Bengals on something. We are actually pretty decent, like waiver wire, practice management, construction.
Practice squad wise. Yeah, we got some. And at some point, you got to turn it to them if it goes downhill and see what you got. And teams are signing them off of there because they know they at least give them a look. But that's a weird one because he was gone for a day and we signed him back to the 53. All right, that's weird. Let's continue with this. So, Chop, Greg, I believe you're the last two to go on this.
Yeah, definitely over on the 48 points.
I said the score is going to be 48-10.
48-10 is what Chop said, and he's taking the over.
All right, Dave.
Greg?
So, Chop, as I told you, the Lions are going to throw for 500 yards, but we're going to throw for 501 yards and all that. I'm going to go 49-48 Bengals.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. You know what? Because it's been so depressing, so disappointing. We need somebody to have some faith and pick the Bengals to win. Thank you, Big Savage Luther, Big Baldy Greg, the Lex Luthor, sexy fucking Lexi. Sexy Lexi Greggy?
Lex Luthor's better looking brother.
Sexy Lexi. SLG, Dale. Sexy Lexi Greggy.
There's so many things we can do there.
Yeah.
But me just
Greg shaking his head.
looking at Chop and laughing.
What?
And I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to smile. You got work tonight, Chop?
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Dustin, I appreciate you jumping on while you're on plane, brother.
Yeah, got another 45 minutes. But,
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I think because the wind is blowing so bad, we have it's a slow flight. It's usually a 2-hour flight, but
I was gonna say I would have thought you would have been like really close, you know.
Yeah,
if you were on the plane when you hopped in.
Yeah, man, good weekend. I don't know, like we'll just us Bengals fans, we'll keep watching and grinding and
and we hope for a win. Like at the end of the day, we don't control it. We can watch and we can hope they can have a better play. And the players should be pissed off, right? It looks embarrassing. It's week 5. You're 2-2. Like if I'm in that locker room, and honestly, the only way we do it, we have to have our defense take over. So, like, why not this week? Why not against one of the best offenses in the NFL that our defense just says, you know what? Everyone's picking us to get blown out. We're pissed off. We're angry.
Yes.
We're hungry. We're
Well,
going to get some dildo pizza.
And also, hey, I found this laying around. I'll be wearing my Rudy Johnson jersey honoring Rudy. So
Okay.
also.
You know, if we can split, like, hey, optimistically, split the next 2 games, you go out of going into October basically 3-3, like, you know, and then you look at the schedule after that: the Steelers, Jets, Bears, and then the Steelers again. I don't know, man. Let's just try to figure out a way to win one of these next 2 games. I know they're tough opponents.
Twice.
Yeah.
Just beat the Steelers twice. That's all I care about now. That's all I care about. Beat Steelers twice, because that stupid cocksucker in the fucking chat is going to win money off me again this year. But Joe Burrow.
Make him get another tattoo chop.
You know, if you pull an upset versus the Lions, I know after that is Green Bay in Green Bay, but they look really beatable lately. And I know how we can make teams look, but wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't
Wouldn't we all feel really good if we come on here after beating Detroit and Green Bay and being 4-2 going up against the Steelers?
Dale, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Green Bay and take a dump in every hotel lobby in Green Bay.
In the Presbyterian Church in Green Bay.
And the subway.
We got
the subway.
We got the late window for the next 2 games too.
Yeah. I don't love that, to be honest. And just get it out of the way. You like it because it's not so early.
Yeah, it's like an afternoon game for Dustin. He's like 1:00 game.
Yeah, it's like 2:15 game for him. Like, that's
those
perfect.
they play in London, Dustin. Are they on your TV at like 3:00 in the morning?
There are people that do. You have to watch the game overnight. You know, people.
My dad used to do that with UC basketball because they would play some of those West Coast games at 1:00 in the morning, and my dad would literally set his alarm to get up and watch the game at 1 in the morning.
Yeah. Quick Reds. Any follow up on that, gentlemen?
Well, no. And so Dustin, we were talking about that. So Hunter Green was tipping his pitches. They said,
well, you guys talk a little Reds. I was trying to end it.
Okay, then
I'll go Pete. No, I'll go.
Like Hunter Green was tipping his pitches. So I was having a discussion with a friend of mine. I thought some people were getting hard on Terry for a corner, but he made a good point. We didn't. Why did we start Littell? Why did we not start? Who's the guy we got from the A's? Dustin, who was just playing lights out for us.
Andy.
Yeah, we benched him. So I will say this: Terry got our team in the playoffs. He pretty much got the same team David Bell couldn't do crap with last year, but Terry did make some questionable decisions. But what's your take on Terry, Dustin?
I mean, yeah, I get it's an accomplishment to get to the playoffs, for sure. But it's like 83 wins is usually not going to get you there. You know what I mean? So
no, it never will. No.
Yeah, it's like
we won 91. That 99 season was one of my favorite seasons ever, Dustin. And that was getting me nervous because we lost 2 out of 3 to the Brewers. We had to play the Mets in a 1-game playoffs where Outlier beat us. We won like 92 games that year, did not make the playoffs.
Yeah, and my thing is the things that I thought we were going to be good at this year, we kind of weren't. Small ball, running bases. I mean, look at our record in extra innings. Defensively, we got a little bit better towards the end of the year, but we weren't even like that great. Defensively, it's all the things that I thought Tito would make better. I think we were better on the bases this year in terms of like discipline.
But Ellie, how is Ellie getting thrown out when he's like the fastest player in the league, Dustin? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, no, Ellie, I like Ellie. He's a fan favorite. He's awesome with fans. But am I crazy to say, Dustin, he's overrated?
No, I think he's probably playing like at the level that you're probably going to expect. Like
right,
3 year or what you should expect. His numbers are probably what they're always going to be.
Yeah, and that's not terrible. That's not terrible. Jay Bruce, it kind of reminds me of Jay Bruce. I thought Jay Bruce was going to be a 50 homer, 120 RBI guy. Instead, he was like a 20 homer, 80 RBI, which is not bad, but not your expectations.
Yeah, and our starting pitching was great. But like I was texting you guys, like I almost kind of think it was like one of those things where it's like we went into the Dodgers thinking that like we could small ball them. Like, well, look what happens to like decent pitching against like a great lineup. You know,
Well, Dustin, like their lineup was just. I mean,
like
even if we did make the minor adjustments, Dustin, I just don't know with that Dodgers lineup, man. Hell, their ninth hitter would have been half the team's cleanup hitter almost, pretty much.
Well, who was the one guy who was really killing it? He's been good for a long time,
Betts.
but he had a down
Betts.
season.
Was it Betts?
Yeah, Mookie Betts. Mookie
my
Betts was
God.
killing us.
Dude.
he's incredible.
Yeah.
Did you see they moved him to shortstop and he Gold Glove. Gold Glove.
No. So there's a couple free agents I want to keep an eye on. That Bergman guy, third baseman, Kyle Schwarber. I know he's doing well with the Phillies, but he's a local guy. I know this is a dream scenario, but if you're freaking serious about winning next year, get fucking Pete Alonso. But it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely wants out of New York. I could see him going to the Yankees.
Oh, he said he wanted out like 10 minutes right after the
Well,
game.
it's not about that he wants out. He wants the biggest contract possible, and they're not going to give him that.
Right.
Because they already, they gave monster contracts to Lindor and the outfielder. Yeah, Soto.
Well, I mean, but I love seeing Mets fans cry like hell right now. We should be in over the Reds. This is ridiculous. Hey, it's not our fault you guys tanked. I mean, I don't want to hear it.
I obviously want to beat the Dodgers, but full circle though, watching the Dodgers and Phillies is going to be an awesome series. Next series.
Did you guys watch that one Yankees game, Red Sox game? Chapman, it took me back memories. Chapman would do this all the time. He'd walk to get the bases loaded, but then he'd simmer down just in time to get 3 outs. Chapman used to do that all the time and drive me nuts. For the Red Sox.
Yeah,
I still miss Chapman though.
But yeah, we got to score runs. If you look at all the teams in the playoffs right now, they could put runs on the board.
Yeah.
Maybe Brewers, Toronto plays. We saw what Toronto did to us when they came here. It was
like I say, but like Dustin, just get me a veteran hitter. Get me a veteran hitter.
We need a lefty in the bullpen too.
Yeah,
sure.
Well, no, I think it's safe to say, Dustin, this is the deepest pitching depth I've ever seen. We've ever had in years.
Yeah, for sure. There's so much variance in pitching. Mike's concerned with our pitching is. They pitched really well this year. There's so much variety in pitching year over year, with injuries and stuff. So I don't know if we can count on just throwing it back again, running it back at that level. So that's where it's again, adding bats is going to be important, because we got to score runs. But yeah,
right.
Yeah, disappointing series though. You get two bases loaded situations and we can't get a damn hit. It's just insane,
Exactly.
I know. I'm not a big baseball guy, but I did watch that playoff game while I was at work, and I remember twice the bases were loaded.
Yeah.
And one time, there might have been no outs, but but they had bases loaded with no outs, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Look that up. And when I was watching, it looked like if they'd have just stood there, they would have walked because the pitcher wasn't throwing really good at that time. Now, of course, I'm not a baseball guy, so I have found out recently. Within the last few years that pitchers actually throw balls on purpose to try to trick the batter. I did not know that. Previous to that, I just thought you threw strikes.
That ain't the funniest shit I've ever heard.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're setting up other pitches, Chop.
Chop. The best ever was Kieran one time. We took Kieran to a game. He didn't know a thing about baseball. He's like, so what's the sound of when someone hits a homer and then Ellie hits a homer on the next pitch? St. Torres like, that's what it sounds like. Yeah. Well, hey, there's always next season, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's what we do here in Cincinnati. We always got next season.
Yep, that is our motto.
Yeah.
Honestly, Chop, that's a shirt because that's just the truth.
Right, we got next season. We should just start doing soccer because they've been consistently good.
Well, but they haven't won, Chop. They haven't won a championship. So it's if they lose in the playoffs, boom, you got to put every Cincinnati logo on there, including the college logo. And you got to do, there's always next year.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, FC Cincinnati's second in the East this year. So, I guess we're a soccer city, baby.
That's what Chop wanted to do for the show. Let's just talk FCC. I'm I don't even lie. I'm a Columbus Crew guy.
Right. Yeah.
Dale, you were a soccer god, man.
So Dale was a soccer god. Dale could get out there and fucking play him some footy, man. He was a soccer legend out there.
But no, Dale, in all seriousness, you know your baseball too. Dale.
Greg, you know what I do? I drink and I know things.
You know, Dale, you know your baseball, yeah?
Hey, Dale eat drinks and know things. He knows so much that he knows.
Oh, no, Dale. When are we going to get a baseball draft guy? You only have to do 1,000 players.
Yeah.
You got to do
high schoolers coming out, you know.
Yeah.
My bad. I wasn't in on Sal Stewart.
right.
That's my bad. He looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know shit about shit when it comes to all that.
Yeah.
I didn't know pitchers threw balls on purpose, Dale. So go ahead. You know, you're okay.
You're right.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll just keep pressing on as Cincinnati fans. I mean, unfortunately, like, you know, it would be refreshing if like there
I'm
was
not
a
quitting
little bit-
being a Cincinnati sports fan.
No, we're not. None of us are.
None of us will quit. And that's the thing.
No.
Like, if you want to be positive, be positive. If you want to be negative, be negative. Who cares? Like,
Your life.
fan how you want to fan, right? Fan how
Yeah.
you want to fan.
Yeah.
I will say for like mentality, I don't let this shit beat me up. Honestly, getting on this show when the Bengals are losing and talking about it is probably the most fired up I get. Like, I wasn't mad Monday. Like, I just didn't watch the second half. I was like, it's over. Whatever. I'm going to bitch about firing Zach Taylor on Twitter and just go to sleep and go to work the next morning. I mean, that's life. It's life, baby.
And you know, all of us, we're the guy at work. We're the Bengal guy at work, you know, because we talk Bengals all the time. Fuck, we do a podcast. I got a shirt shop. We're the Dustin, Greg, Dale, us. We're the Bengal guy at our job. So when we go in there, people fucking give it to us, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, not as much as used to, but I have one guy who doesn't know crap about the Bengals try to ask me, and I just don't even pay him attention.
Yeah, I get, how many games the Bengals going to win this year? And I'm like,
I used to
well,
get
not
mad.
it doesn't look like very many right now. You know, I just kind of, you kind of put your head down and you just give an answer and you're like, you kick the ground like, oh, and you're sad.
I just like, what can I say? I go in there now. They're like, I'm just like, they suck. They suck. Man.
Would it be nice if like 6 weeks from now we don't even remember any of this because we're winning?
Yes, that's what I was. 2 weeks. Actually, give me 1 week. If we beat Detroit, we're all the way back. I keep saying this every week though.
Yeah, the journeys of the NFL season are kind of insane. You know what I mean? Like, it's just it does test your like, not your fanhood, but just like your ability to like weather storms. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, look at like the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl last year, bro. Like, their season was just like not very fun to watch. They're like blocking field goals. It was like so up and down, and they end up going to the Super Bowl. It's like you just never know. NFL's wild, dude. This is wild.
Hey guys, I got to head out here. I got to head over to a family.
Yeah, we're gonna end this.
Yeah,
I appreciate everybody tuning in. If we suck again, honestly, I don't care. Trade a 6th round pick. If you can get Jameis Winston or you can get a Russell Wilson for a 6th round pick, like, let's just have some fun with it. You know? Let's just have some fun.
I'd rather get that Woods guy from fucking Clemson.
Yeah, but in the 6th round, you're not getting him.
Going to get Woods taking the pick before us like Walter Nolan last year. If we ain't making the playoffs, we're playing for the fucking draft, in my opinion.
You still got to draft good players, and you got to hope they pan out. You got to develop them. You got to put them in the right scheme and system.
I want that Wood.
Yeah, and the most brilliant coaches too in the NFL could be the like people are killing McVay today for running. So it's like the most brilliant coaches can look like duds too. You know,
hey, I loved his press conference though, where he's like, "I fucked it up. I fucked our guys over pretty much." You know, he's like, "I put them in a shit spot. Let's have fucking Zach Taylor do that. Like, I fucked it up. I'm sorry. I put our players in a bad spot. I'm a fucking idiot." Basically, that's what Sean McVay's press conference after the game.
What? I like McVay. He's awesome. Yes. I love his energy.
Well, I mean, if Zach Taylor wants to be like McVay, let's do it all the way.
All right, boys.
Good show,
maybe. I don't know. Who cares? I had fun.